물건이 많다면 나한테 맡기게. 물론 자네 할당량 내에서 말이야. 돈이라는 건 말이야. 있다가도 없는 것이.
Hello everyone, good morning. We are back. Good morning. We're actually getting pretty close to the Rednose as well, which is very interesting. I need like 1.2 bill. And then like 225 memory fragments, so we're getting pretty close. Getting pretty close. And then I need one more scroll after this one, so tomorrow we'll have enough of the crystals, and then we're good. Wrecker, good morning. Hello. Talon, hello. Cubics, good morning. Space Supernova. OMG, that's sick. Yeah, that's me. Happy snowy Monday. Yeah, it's been very cold here the last few days. Pretty unfortunate. Paris got hit with snow in Buffalo, yeah. Oof. It's been too cold to snow here, so it hasn't really snowed, but... Exo, good morning. Ghost, hello. Dingle War, good morning. Minx is there as well, hello. Lurk. I gotta get more emotes, man. We gotta put that on the agenda. I have a list of emotes I'd like. And can it ever get too cold to snow? It does, yeah. That's something that happens pretty often where I live. It gets too cold to snow. But we've been at like minus 35 Fahrenheit for the last few days. With a like minus 60 plus wind chill. Pretty cold. Need a whale to sponsor the channel. We have the whale poster, Talon.
N7 Nasty just followed.
N7, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Whatever minus 35 might be, I can math it for you if you want. And I can also show you how to math it if you want. Okay, how do we do this? Okay. So we take our 35 and we make it a minus. I don't know where the minus is on this one. Right there. Okay, so for conversion, you just multiply it by 1.8. And then add 32. So it's minus 31 Celsius. Just math that don't need showing, never gonna use it. I use it like every day because of my job. I live in Fahrenheit, but the job is Celsius. Minus 31. Yeah, minus 31 Celsius. Minus 37 Celsius. I think Google's wrong there. Because that's not how math works. Fahrenheit is weird. It is kind of weird, yeah. But, you know, America. We like our weird stuff, okay? I also thought it'd be lower. F just makes sense. Big number hot, low number cold. Yeah, there you go. Celsius is too close together. Like 40 is hot, but 20 is cold. Or something. I don't know. Celsius is weird. Kelvin makes sense. Celsiums are for dum-dums, and Fahrenheit is for some big brainers. 40's cold and 20 is colder, yeah. That's how Fahrenheit works. 40 is cold, but you can put liquids outside, and 20 is cold, and you can't put liquids outside. Can you check your math again? I also ended up with minus 37. Okay, I'll remath it. I mathed it on stream though. 35 minus. Okay, you multiply that by 1.8 and then you add 32. It's minus 31. Lowest we get here is like minus 10. I don't want to move it all when it's that cold. Yeah, it's not that bad. There's a point where like it can get colder, but it won't feel colder. Similar with heat. I think science says after 100 Fahrenheit, you don't feel any additional increase in heat. It just kills you faster, which is interesting. Some weird stuff. Any % death speed run? Yep. That'll be nice. I can make that happen pretty quick, I think, with heat. Do your math on minus 40. Okay. 40 negative. Times that by 1.8. You add 32. It's minus 40. Minus 40 is minus 40. Correct, but I still end up with minus 37. So Google is wrong, is what you're saying? That's crazy. What a conspiracy we're starting here. Google doesn't understand math. It's not minus 4, it's minus 6 here in the Midwest. I'm not sure what it is for me today. Today is warmer than the last couple of days by kind of a lot. Yeah, it's only minus 26 now. So it's a whole lot warmer. Everything I'm checking says minus 35 is minus 37, except the math. Because there is a mathematical conversion. It is America math, though. So, like, I don't know. Didn't Google, I used different formula than you. How's there a different formula than times 1.8 plus 32? Metric conversions. See, now you're getting real complicated with that. You don't need that. Yeah, I still got the link, but it's just a basic math conversion. That's all that formula is doing, is converting it with math. Formula I use is Fahrenheit minus 32 divided by 1.8. That's to go the other way, yeah. But to go the first way, what was the history part? You multiply by 1.8 and then add 32. Tried out Ash Forest yesterday. It's doable, but I can't be lazy. End of my day, El Viasano, something easy. Jetting back to Valencia to park in Histria. Yeah, there's not ever going to be a point where you can be lazy at Ash Forest either. There's just a few mobs you need to pay attention to that'll hit you, and it doesn't matter how much gear you have. I bet 20 subs on your math being wrong. It probably is wrong. I live in America. Multiplying by 1.8 and adding 32 to C is C to F. It's the same both ways, though. Except, yeah, it's the same both ways, right? You converted 35C to F. Oh yeah, I did convert Celsius to Fahrenheit because I work with Celsius. Yeah. Yeah. I used it backwards. You're right. You're right. I never convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. I convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. Yeah, you got me. Oops. Because I live in Fahrenheit, but I work in Celsius, so I always convert it. I think you already saw. I did my first agility yesterday. Canvas agility courses, just as bad as I remembered. Yeah, I saw the pet on one lap. Pretty interesting. $20 subs incoming? No, I got it wrong. So it'd be me that gives the 20 subs, but I didn't agree to the deal. Okay. I also can't afford to give 20 subs. I have fish in here? Okay. I gotta clear out this inventory. What? Why do I have so much stuff? Don't need that. Don't need that. What else we got? I know it was you. I know how betting works. Well, if I give 20 subs, then I make $0 this month. You know what I mean? So, I guess I would just convert the money that I made exactly into half. PA partner? Yeah, we got PA partner. Just got vodka piece? Hey. How many of those you have now? After Deboreka poof, what a Chad. Interesting how that timing worked out, huh? There's somebody on main rotation. Kind of. There's somebody just hanging out. I'm gonna switch. First compass piece after like 50 hours of history. I think that's actually the average for the vodka is 50 hours. I'm pretty sure. Somewhere in there.
Hello there.
W33V600 just followed.
Is it Weave? Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Try not to butcher your name too hard. Histria is busy today. Busy today. It's on today's schedule. Working toward the Rednose still, Peanuts. Never mind, my game crashed. Easy crash to desktop. Easy crash to desktop. BDO taught me not to trust averages. You should trust averages, you should just never assume that you will be average. YouTube stream lagging too much for you? Better be here. It's showing excellent for me. So I don't think it's my side. Everything seems good here. Maybe it's a sign to just not play today, you mean, or? Just throw in the towel today? Like, let's just give it up. We probably won't make, probably won't finish the Rednose today. Tomorrow, though, maybe. I think we need 5 hours. Somewhere in there. Okay, now we'll try to switch channel. How many memes you get per day? It's around 50 an hour, Ahmed. So it kind of depends on how much time we have. So we're looking at around 5 hours of grind, and I just don't have that much time today. Did we find a spot? Wow. Title looks so nice in game. Yeah, it's like properly contrasted and stuff. I think it looks really nice. It's way better than the blue one. And it's a different gold than the other gold titles. Alright, I think we're ready. Slap down the tent. Buy the stuff. Get the pets out. I don't have enough food for them. This is a problem. I don't know if that's enough food for them either. That is enough food. Okay. Let's not die while we're in Histria, though. That would be embarrassing. Okay, we need item collection. Agris. And we need to remember how to play, but I think we're okay. Okay, we also need that. Okay, we're good. Messed that combo up, though, I will say that. That was very wrong. Morning, Zuko. Kama 6 was me blocking rotation? Oh, okay. No worries. We just decided to crash the desktop. I haven't restarted my game in a while, so I guess that makes sense. You got your Vel's heart? Hey, nice. Big upgrade. Somehow looks better on my screen than on stream. Interesting. I guess I don't know how it looks on stream. I guess that'd be like set to your settings or something. But I like that it's not the same gold as like Polaris and all that stuff. It's a different color of gold. I think it stands out really well. Looks really nice. Didn't see the Valka gameplay from you yet on YouTube. Yeah, we just rolled the Valk on Wednesday. No, Thursday. So the videos aren't like one-to-one with the live stream because like I don't have enough time to make that happen. I don't think anyone would have enough time to make that happen. And they're a tiny bit behind, but they'll get there. They'll get there for sure. Typical BDO player. I'm not even, haven't restarted my PC in a while. It's haven't restarted my game in a while. Yeah. Which means I haven't restarted my PC in a while. Of course. I just one-shot that Elton. Or Bolton, I suppose they're technically called. Looks more gold for me, maybe because I have gamma way down. It's definitely a different color, right? Which I like a lot. Wait for it. Yeah, we're getting there. Got some stuff in the works. I'm sure we'll be able to get closer to caught up at some point. Already pen Rednose? No, not quite. We're close though. We need 250 memes and like 1.2 bill. And then we'll have it. Get Valk this month? Yep, we got Valk. Oh, how did I leave you behind, guy? Tongue rat earring, okay. People really like crashing lower level players at Ammonite crabs. Too bad I have the main to be petty with. Yeah. That whole crab situation is like really crazy to me. You doing Jatina? We are doing Jatina, yeah. Hey Saryu, how's it going? Did sand crabs on the island was much better. Ammonite crabs are much more AFK, they have a lot more HP and aggro time reset takes longer. Also more contested. I suppose they would be if you can go more AFK. Just gave up on tapping Rednose. I did the math on tapping Rednose, Jomi, and it made no sense at all. If we saved up crons and pen tapped our gear at the rate that we make money, if we got exactly average, it would take 360 hours to get 3 pens if we got exactly average. But doing the Rednose way takes like 300 less hours. And it's not based on averages, it's like a guaranteed thing. Broke because I got my Distorted Fallen God, but hey, I got Distorted Fallen God. Hey, you got it. Now you just gotta make money for the next thing. So how you getting pen Rednose now? Through Jatina. Din Dan Banana Man. I like your name. Doing the Jatina Rednose. I also plan to do Jatina for the other two pieces as well, because the time investment is like way, way less. We're already going to be spending like a crazy amount of time trying to get Caphras, so I think it makes more sense to accelerate the pen stuff. Did you see that Con Heart is guaranteed and easy to get? There's nobody in the game that would actually build a Destruction Con's Heart. I think it's a mistake to pick the Destruction one. I think that if you're going to do it, you should do the life skill one. And since I don't need life skills, I have no intention of going for Con's Heart. Valk looks a lot like Scholar, skill color, and heavy feel. A little bit, yeah. Valk is more like just puts yellow in the air, though. Scholar kind of like uses sand to create pillars and stuff, which is interesting. I guess it's gold, not sand, but it looks a lot like sand. Have a Hongig Flame sit in my inventory as well, so I guess AP gain is a bit far out. Yeah, you gotta progress your own way sometimes. For memory fragment, how's Kertuga compared to Histria? I would assume that they're fairly close, Peanuts, except that the Kertuga scroll takes a lot longer to run. So something to keep in mind there. Do Awaken Wiz is hard than Suck? Awaken should be a lot easier than Succession. Like a lot easier. Kertuga sucks for mems because Forbidden Books are trash. Yeah, I don't like running them either. It's not one of the places I think of when I think I need memes. Ironman, maybe it makes sense because it's really hard to get Vel. But I don't want to build for the Ironman. I want to build an Ironman the way that people would build, and we don't need either of those for our build plan.
Hello there.
Kilale just followed.
Kaleo, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. We don't need the 1 AP from the con or 2 AP from Vel to hit 700. It's just not needed. Have you tried Pila Coup? Farm crazy Caphras and books over there. We have done Pila Coup. I have an archaeologist map already. It's less books than Histria, and also less Caphras than Histria. So I don't know if you've tried Histria. But it's definitely better than Pila Coup. Why you don't go 7 Elton spots, sir? I don't like 7 Elton. I much prefer main. It's just a preference thing. I don't like it. Two AP or 3 AP for the hearts? Yeah, so, but I already have the 1 AP from the Ator. So it's 1 or 2. You guys are in the wall and I can't damage you, okay. Well, that's awful. Okay. I only put about 15 hours in history. Did get a treasure drop though, not sure which one. It's probably the Vodkin. The Vodkin is extremely more likely than the Elton. Like exponential. Forgot Vitors exists. Yeah, it happens. It happens. It's a nice stone for what it is though. How easy it is to get. You're not looking for the Infinity Potion? I already have both of them. Nabil, I already have them. Got them a long time ago. Wonder why you didn't make pen Rednose from Jatina. Already watching YouTube, enchanting your Rednose. We are working on that now, Booty. There was a number of reasons I wasn't. There was a number of obstacles. Mainly getting a second Rednose. Because you need the concentrated boss auras from melting down a tri-level piece of boss gear. That was the main reason, because there was no way for me to get second Rednose, but we found a loophole for that. So we are now doing Jatina. It's a certified scrub / Ironman stone. I know because I have it. Technically it'd be possible to get a Vel if I worked a different work schedule, but it's not possible for me to get a Vel. Outside of like an event or something. So. Loophole? Loophole, yes. What average scroll you get here? Usually like 45 or so. I think I usually get around 8 completeds, so whatever that is. Is that 45?
Hello there.
Foods just followed.
Foos, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. So the loophole, Jomi, is that I can melt down a tri-piece of an opposite boss gear and exchange it 2 for 1 for something else. So instead of 1 Rednose at level tri, I just need 2 of any other boss piece at tri to exchange for them. So it'll take us more boss pieces, but they won't be specific ones. It'll be anything. So that's the loophole that makes it work. Not bad? Yeah, not bad for T1 pets. Kind of getting used to Valk as well. So you roll in the black market for boss gear. I already have it all, Jummy. But yeah, that's how we got it. Just buying stuff from the knife vendor. But check it out. There's one. There's one. There's 2. There's another one. You know, we get a lot of boss gear from the knife vendor. But it's none of it is specific to what we need, which is why it was kind of off the table before until we discovered the loophole. The old 2 for 1 exchange. Without that, it just wouldn't be possible to do Jatina. Because the likelihood of getting a second piece of boss gear is like 0. Especially with Uragons, right? Because we already like have been doing this 6 months and haven't even found Uragons. So it definitely would not be possible to get a second pair of Uragons. But there's a loophole for that as well. We're exchanging Muskins to Uragons, which will be nice. How's the grind going? It's going pretty good, Wanulo. Just starting the day basically. Kind of getting the hang of Valk a little bit. It hits really, really hard, which is crazy still. But I don't know if it's necessarily going to have better clear speed than the Musa, because it doesn't seem like it. I think the Musa's still a faster grinder than Valk. Why not go for weekly scrolls for Urgon's Latent? Because it would take 100 weeks to get to guarantee the Urgons, right? We do actually do the weekly scrolls, Booty. We do those. And they're just rare, you know what I mean? They're rare from that. You're looking at 100 weeks to guarantee Urgons, and that's just not gonna happen. That's 2 years. To put it in perspective for you. That's 2 years to guarantee Urgons. As for scrolls and leeching, that's against the rules of the challenge. I don't want to get carried. We have a plan though, Booty. Don't you worry. We have a plan. It's all set. It's all easy. It'll all be smooth from here. Don't you worry. Discussion of that plan will be up on YouTube like as soon as we can get to it. But we're a little bit behind on YouTube. We'll get caught up though, don't worry. Oh, the challenge? Yeah. That was one of the main rules of the challenge, is that I can't get carried, right? Which leeching, while is common, is still getting carried, right? Quick 2 years, that's nothing. Yeah, I kind of want to be done with the challenge within a year of starting it, which would be very nice. I don't know that that's going to happen, though. It'll probably take a little bit longer than a year. But who knows, because we have like a set plan now, so it might not. Should be interesting. The other armors are going to take a little bit longer than the Rednose as well, because they'll be a little bit more expensive. To get a little bit more expensive every time, so. Can't believe that guy didn't pull. Remember that we get free Japan armor or after finishing the Magnus? You already get that? Yeah, it's really, really long time ago we got that. And that's our Dawn's gloves. So we already made it to Dawn's. Working on the accessory too. Which accessory? The Jatina one that isn't out yet? Because I can't actually take the dailies for that, because I completed the other one. The actual plan that we have set up, Space Supernova, doesn't include the second Jatina. Because I don't know when that's coming, so I don't want to like bank on it. If it comes out before we're done, it'll just make the rest of it easier. It'll just make it even easier. But we have a non-second Jatina plan. Easier wouldn't be a bad thing, though, I think. So hopefully they get on announcing that. If you don't do the last quest for Jatina, you can stack more Burning Moonlight Powder. Yes. Yes, you can. But that means you won't have the pen until you're done. So it's kind of up to you, right? We stacked a little bit extra. I think I have like 34 or something extra. But... I'll do that so I can have day one. That's a pretty good plan. I think there's probably a handful of people that are planning on doing that. We needed it for the bracket, so... We'll have to see how it kind of works out. I wouldn't mind making a maneuver if possible, and having that instead of the Kudum at the end. So I know we're going to be spending a lot of time at like Gyfin and Giants and stuff when we're done with our enhancing. So maybe I'll just plan on getting a maneuver and like tapping on it or something with crowns as we go. Why don't you do Marni? I disagree with the existence of Marni. I think that they're just taking players out of the game because players don't want to PvP and it just makes the game feel smaller, and I think it was a mistake to add it. I think there are better ways to handle that and they chose the easiest way out. So I don't do Marni because I disagree with it. Love Marni? I almost only grind in Marni. Uh-huh. I know a lot of people love it. It takes players out of the game. It makes the game feel smaller. For a problem that wasn't as prevalent as they feel it was. And there were better ways to handle it. They basically went from, instead of like managing people's complaints, they just put everyone in timeout. Everybody gets their own timeout box. Go live in your timeout box. You know what I mean? And it just makes the game feel smaller. Kind of like Marni because it's chill and no griefers. But I do miss PvP. Well, they killed PvP on top of adding Marni Realm. Even without Marni Realm, PvP would be dead. Because of their recent changes. So. Instead of adding anti-grief mechanics, which they, every time they do something for griefers, like to reduce griefing, they do it the wrong way, the exact backwards way. Which is pretty unfortunate, but, you know. What's good, my P8 partner? Hey, Ovi, how's it going? It's quite sad. What would you suggest? You have... Wanulo. You have this crazy thing called change server. It's crazy, right? I know a lot of people don't know this exists because when people are getting quote-unquote griefed by they show up to a grind spot that somebody's already grinding in and they want the grind spot, so they just start grinding on top of the guy and they get killed over and over again. I know that they feel like they're the ones being griefed, but actually they're the ones doing the griefing. So instead of showing up to a grind spot that someone's in and trying to grind over top of them, just change channel. There's a lot of these. You know what I mean? Just change channel. Remove the karma system, change channel. It's already a 5-minute cooldown. You already have 3 home servers. Like, it's really no trouble. PvP is not a problem like everyone says it is. It just isn't. It actually helps a lot of players come back because they can grind the spot they want at least. The inability to grind the spot is not real. That's not a real concern. Doesn't exist. That's not real. Really not excited for Karma Calming being account-wide? Yeah. It's pretty unfortunate. Gotta go. Love the series. Wish you all luck. Alright, have a good one. Appreciate you being here. How many memories you need? Like 250 and 1.2 bill or so? To finish Rednose, and then I think we're just going to start working on the Gaiath. I don't know if I'll turn in my Gaiath just yet. But we might start stacking stuff up for it. The memes and stuff at least. I might do Griffin actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I might do Griffin. Because I actually have a handful of Griffin auras. And I don't have any Gaiaths, but I guess it doesn't really matter, right? We can do the daily for the Gaiaths. Only NAU has a lot of channels, if you know what I mean. I do know what you mean. The way to solve that is not a Marni Realm. The way to solve that is to petition for more channels. Try Giants, it's comfortable as Megu? Yeah, and it's good money too, right? Should have a good time there. Channels won't be enough with just 2 spots in History of Akhman when Dekia comes out. You know how many people are actually going to be able to do that? Like 3% of the game. So I don't think it's actually going to be an issue. You don't need 1 spot for every single player in the game. Because that generates the same problem that the Marni Realm does, right? Finally got my infinite MP pot. Now what do you say? Should I level up more alts or gear copy and grind on a different character? I think if you want to play something else, you can gear copy another character. Leveling up alts isn't like huge. It's something if you want like the family fame, like it's okay to do, but I think that you should just play what you want to play and have fun, right? Never was a problem. I can count on one hand the amount of times I was actually getting grief from PvP. This was in PvP Prime in 2017. Yeah, exactly. We're coming up on 8 years of playing this game, and I've barely ever been griefed. Like I can count on one hand. If you go in history here at SEA, it's packed. You should see other regions perspective also. Ron, that's why I'm telling you the answer is not Marni Realm. The answer is to petition for more channels. Putting Marni Realm across every single server is not the answer. That makes this a single player game and it alienates everyone else. That's not the answer. Have a lot of awakened Gaia scrolls if you need some Gaia Thoras. I don't know if it counts as leeching. It does count as leeching, yeah. So I'd rather not do that. I'm trying to catch up. Didn't have the Crystal and Lightstone, still can farm at a decent level. Yeah, and if you do get those, it's going to be juiced, man. Better spots were always intended to be contested until they came up in the Marni nonsense. Exactly. It should be contested, right? If you're at a place in the game where you're making $2 billion an hour, it should be contested. Players want that. You should have to fight for it. Otherwise, what's the point? What are you doing in this game? If all you do is log in so that you can go grind, just so that you can get gear to go grind somewhere else, you're doing exactly the same thing the entire time you're in the game. You may as well just not get gear and stay at a low level where nobody grinds. Because you're doing the same thing anyway. Like, what's the point? Now, I get that, like, not everybody wants to PvP, but a lot of the game does want to PvP. And the people that are like, hey, I hate PvP, I don't want to touch it, let's make every single grind spot completely single player. You're ruining the game for other people. Especially when you don't even get griefed as often as you say you do. You know what I mean? I get that you don't like it, but, like, that's the game that you're in. It's a PvP game. There's a lot of things you can do to get away from people. I think they should put open world PvP back to before. Just no 1 hour off, 1 hour on. Marni, just give 12 hours of Marni a day. You'd never see anyone in the game if they did 12 hours of Marni a day. Most players don't grind for 12 hours. You'd never see anyone. PA already added it, so be it. That's not a good mindset. If we never, ever fight for change in our game, then we will never have the game that we want. Ever. And we may as well all just stop playing right now. Because if we just let PA do whatever the heck they want with the game, it's not going to be the game that I want to play. It's not going to be the game that you want to play. It's going to be the game that makes them the most money. And that's it. Until it dies. It's going to be like Arcade. You have to fight for change. Was a PvP game. Yeah, it isn't anymore. You're right about that. Jay said it's going to be okay. I don't trust Jay. I've never had, like, a ton of faith in Jay. I think one person that makes all the decisions is just a mistake, regardless of the context. Now it's an optional PvP game? Not even then, because the people that want to PvP can't find PvP unless it's AOS. Or once a day you can do Node Wars. MMORPGs are made to compete, that's why players grind so to compete with other players. Exactly, that's what keeps people playing, right? For the long term. That's what keeps people on the treadmill, is because they want to be better than their competition. I just don't think Marni Realm was a good move. I think it was the wrong direction. Comes to being allowed to choose if you want to PvP or not. I like New World's version, where you flag up once you leave city and you can't unflag until the area again. The problem with that is, like, in the context of BDO, it just means that someone who isn't flagged for PvP is going to show up in your grind spot and start grinding on top of you, and there's literally nothing you can do about it. That is, it promotes the griefers of the game, and it does not allow you to protect yourself. It only defends the griefers. I also think they need to make endgame good amount more per hour than mid-game spots. This issue that started PA made the changes to mid-game spots make more than endgame spots. Yeah, and Kertuga is still a problem, right? They also need to add something to actually do with your gear. You know what I mean? Because right now there isn't anything. Now let's store some trash. Much higher drop rates will be in flagged up, but you're going to have non-flagged people just griefing your stuff all the time. It would be worse than it is now. Yoshi P did pretty good at making most of the decisions on his own. Don't know about Jay. I don't think any one person should make all the decisions. I think that's a mistake. One person has one very specific perspective and no other perspective. which means it's not the best move, right? You need multiple perspectives to make the correct decision. Cycle of PvP games. PvP players love it and make it popular. PvE scream in and make it more PvE. Game dies because Care Bears made the company kill PvP. But you don't have to kill PvP to have PvE, you know what I mean? Like, it's not either or. It doesn't have to be either or. Do you want to match scrolls today? If you'd like to, Minx, yeah. We can do that. We'll have to set some time aside to run those, but yeah. Didn't consider the griefing? Yeah, it's a big problem, right? And it's always going to happen. It's fine if the person making all the decisions would listen to player feedback. But that is one person making all the decisions through various perspectives. But that's not what's happening. It's one person making decisions through that one person's perspective. And that's why it doesn't work. Hey, what they did with CM, accessories that were 120, 150 bill are now 50 to 60 bill. Double stay on the market, 70 to 80 bill. No one wants this. Bought Lunar for 135 and now it costs 55 bill. That's just inflation. That's just like the way the game works. As people, like, less demand as well, as people get the gear that they wanted. And Lunars are like a questionable accessory now that Devos are so available. That is their nature though. Like, Ogre rings used to be crazy money because they were the best, and then they're not the best now. Crescents used to be crazy money because they were the best, and now they're not the best. Like a base crescent ring was 98 bill, and that was the cap. 98.5 bill or whatever it was like the hard cap of base cost. And they all were there for like years. You know what I mean? They just keep adding more stuff, and it makes things less wanted, less valuable. Just gotta convince PA to start adding content like they do in OSRS. Player votes. I'm sure PA would listen to those. I'm sure that they would never do that. The problem isn't that... Okay, so the problem is that they don't listen to core to feedback, but the core issue is that they want to make all the decisions. They do not want the player base to have power over the direction of their game. That's the core issue. They want to have full control over direction, and they want to make it the way that they see it. They don't want to make it the way the player base wants it, which is the core issue there. So until we change that, there will never be a system in place where they're like listening to the players. Two necks, 2 earrings, vodka piece in 1 hour. The moment you turn your stream on, place became juiced. Hey, earring. Yeah, I don't know, like, this is a lucky drop stream, but it's an unlucky enhanced stream, so if you're ever enhancing, I guess go to like Blonde Bear or something. Run down price in the last 2 months because tons of free accessories, easier spots, tons of drop rate events. All the new players ruin all market for old pros. You can't think of it like that. Like, yes, the stuff that you're selling isn't as valuable now, but the alternative to that is that new players can't catch up, Michael, which means you have even less players where you are. And if you do enough of that, then you'll be the only person playing the game, right? It has to be easier for new players. It has to be. I have 150 stack and hammers. Should I tap my pen? Tet. And then you said tet. Are you tapping for a pen Black Star? Because no. Because do you not have any of these Dim Origin of Dark Hungers? Because I would juice it up with as many Dark Hungers as you have. You should be able to get over a 200 stack. I wouldn't waste them on a 150. EA is very stubborn. They just have an idea of what they want for the game, and they don't have any interest of changing that. 200? Got as high as you can get, Zephyr. But use all of your origins on your highest stack. Get as high as you can get. Debo's end. Totally endgame accessories. Now you can grind Ash with Tuvala season, same crypt. That's not true, Michael, because that's not efficient, but okay. In your opinion, it should be like this. You understand that Debos are not the endgame because they're only yellow. So it's clear that they plan to add more. Also, if you can technically show up to Ash Forest in Season 2 Vala gear, technically. But A, it requires a huge amount of skill, and B, it's going to be incredibly inefficient. There is no point in doing that. Absolutely pointless. You're taking, like, very specific a video of a guy doing it in an inefficient way, and you're like, okay, this is the new norm, everyone can do this. There's nothing to do in my game, which is just not true. The solution to that also, Michael, is not making it harder for new players. It's giving the more veteran players something to do. Speaking of enhancing, I was trying to fail Black Stars and build stacks. My 181 went rip. I have Tet offhand now. It's a +1 DP upgrade though. Yeah, I don't know. Like the stack making with Black Stars is pretty complicated stuff. Sounds expensive. Sent the project file. Got a tons of family stuff. Hope you have a good stream today. Alright, so Ghost, I'll check it out later. But hopefully you have a good day today. Jay does listen to the player base, just the KR base. He doesn't listen to KR either. I don't know if you've like been listening in to some of the KR feedback, but he doesn't listen to them either. They're just as unhappy as we are. Which is very interesting. Hopefully they figure it out though, man. Add more mid-gear grind spots, 270, 290, and more 300 plus spots. They don't need to do that. There's already so many grind spots in this game. And a grind spot is a grind spot is a grind spot. It's all the same. That's not more content. More grind spots is not more content. It's the same thing. They need something to do with your gear, not more of the same thing over and over and over again. They need raids, they need dungeons, they need game modes. They need like minigame stuff, they need PvP stuff. There's already kind of a lot of mid-game grind spots as well. And there's a lot of end-game grind spots. There's 4 really good end-game grind spots right now. And then of course there's all the Debo spots, which are less money, but they're necessary, you know what I mean? 4. 4 is a lot. Back in the day, there was only 1 spot for every single player in the game. And then there were 2 spots for every single player in the game. And that was fine. Nobody complained about that. Pities are just not being nice to me this morning. Only 1 to 4 hours. Oh man. Where are you grinding? I would maybe switch it up. Go for some Atanis or something. Polys. Oh, yeah, maybe go to like Proddy Cave or something. See how that treats you. You were at Proddy's for a while. What are the 4? Darkseekers, Tungrad Ruins, City of the Dead, and Dekia Thornwood. All very good money right now. We've got Grass Beetles. Grass Beetles just beyond everyone in the game. We're not there yet. It's like when Ash Forest came out and nobody was like prepared to do it. That's Grass Beetles. We're so unprepared that nobody even knows it's a thing. You know what I mean? Love the Sauce on Pirate Days, so good. Yeah, and there was only 2 spots for every single player in the game, basically, right? And that was a good time. Everybody enjoyed that. Well, I'm sure not everyone enjoyed it, but it was a different game back then too. We'll have to see the direction they take the game. I think they are of the understanding that they need PvP stuff. I think they understand that now. And I assume that they're going to work on it. Hopefully they make the correct decisions, but I guess time will tell. I don't know if we're doing super good on scrolls. 24, we're actually doing pretty bad on scrolls. Pretty bad. I was hoping to have the Rednose done by this week, but we didn't quite make it. We did get a lot of progress, though. Still not super sure about the pull. Like, it goes okay sometimes, and then it just feels really bad. Sometimes. I don't know. I think it would definitely be nice for, like, Jade Forest if we ever got enough DP. Because it does a lot of damage, it's super bursty, but... By the way, Dora Morgrim is broken. So we can't actually do the journal for Dora Morgrim, which is 2 gear score. Because reforms stones were taken out of the game, but they're still required. So, yeah, we're either waiting for them to fix that, or change the scrolls, or... I don't know, because like we're dead in the water on that. Can't craft them, you can't exchange them with hunter seals like it says you can. Can't do anything. You know what they say, don't fix what is broken? Yeah. Knew it was gonna happen? Yeah. So hopefully they get it sorted fairly quickly, but I imagine that's not gonna be the case. They'll probably wait for... because they said they were gonna rework the journals. So I assume that they're going to wait for that. I don't know any kind of time frame on that stuff. But if it's not fast, then... I don't know, we might have to add more gear to the challenge to make it. Just joined what reform stones are needed for. For the Doran Morgrim journal, or 1 AP, 1 DP. You need to give them 7 reform stones that are grade 3, and they don't exist anymore. Might need that Vel's Heart after all? No, it would just mean more Caphras or different accessory or whatever. You know, there's ways around it, but it would mean more gear. Not a Vel though. I would go for a Tri-Fallen God before I went for a Vel. Because a Vel is just not attainable for me. Orc and Rad Belt. I don't want to cheese... I don't want to cheese the gear. But if we went Nuver instead of Kudum, it would actually be 1 more gear score, so... Then I get that to C7 and that would solve both of those problems, but getting a Nuver is kind of hard. Harder than the Kudum, since we already have Reform 4 on the Kudum. That was funny because I heard 2 gear score from earlier. Yeah, that's the difference that a Vel would give me, is 2 more gear score. Ironman on Tet Devo grinds? Nah, we don't need a Devo. No need for that. Since you're a Garmoth partner, you should know this, right? If the average trash for Histria says 9154, that's what people with and without Agris. You can sort by Agris or no Agris. The issue though, Minx, is it's all due to player reporting, which maybe they had Agris, maybe they didn't, you know what I mean? But that sounds like a pretty solid average, because I get like a little over 6k without Agris, and I'm not like super fast or anything, so I think it's definitely possible to get like 9k. Also doesn't break it down per class, and you have to have Garmoth Premium, yeah. But you should be able to sort. You should be able to remove the Agris. You can change your buffs at the top, which will include or not include Agris. Because the average it comes up with is based on your drop rate and stuff that you have at the top. Can't be bothered anymore since you make around 6k, it sounds about right? Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't see that as unreasonable, getting 9k. My awakening is gonna break. That's one thing that like really blows my mind about Valve. Is the awakening breaks. It's a black star. And it like breaks in 50 minutes. It's so crazy. Turn on Agris now says 18k hit. $9k it is then. You gotta be better. I don't think they're doing that on main. I think they're doing that on 7 Elton. I don't think most people do main. For whatever reason, they don't like it or something, I don't know. And my Kudum's gonna break. Great. Be sad trying to grain Jade Forest, only getting 22k trash compared to average of 29k. Guess how much I get, Saryu? Guess how much trash I get at Jade? With Agris and a blue. Like 12k, yeah. That was 315 DP though, to be fair, so we were just trying to live, but yeah. It's not great. It's not great. Spot got taken. Someone from a guild called Sick? No, it didn't. I'm on a different channel, okay? It did? Oh. Adventurer 002. He's on the incognito tab. Oh yeah, I think you're good, Saryu. That average is for like 301. Because people burn their Agris there. That's the average of like very geared people. I think you're totally fine. My awakening is broken. Right as the hour ended. This is going to be a problem. It goes through 180 durability in an hour. That's so crazy. But we got, let's see, I deposited a little over 8k. So like 13, 14k, somewhere in there. So pretty on par with like Scholar. Which is fine. But yeah, my awakening weapon is very broken. And my Kudum is well on its way. Also grinding on Awakening Drac as well. Yep. I think you're doing just fine. What did Adventurer 002 do? He's just in Hystria. Do 30k with 302 AP. With Mystic. Mystic's a pretty good class though. Got any Brandstones? I do, but we're gonna swap it to a Godder, right? So I don't want to waste a Brandstone if we're gonna like then unbrand it. How do we do on scrolls? Only 26 scrolls. That was a really bad hour. Why should your guild have the same home servers as mine? It's the home servers that Quinny's guild uses. Because we had planned on an alliance of some sort. Look at all them tongue grad earrings. That's crazy. 35 Caphras. I mean, it's just a bad hour for scrolls. I am making fishing rods now. Because I think the plan is to AFK fish for the scrolls. Those are skilled 5 though. I don't know if my Sork has skilled 5, but I plan to AFK fish for the these things. The relics. That'll help a little bit in my passive time toward memory fragments. How many discs did it take to make the tet? Oh man, I don't even know, Suko. This one technically was like a one tap from a duo, but I burned through a handful of them before then, and a handful of them after then. Good to know my average isn't bad though, it just feels bad only getting about 500 mil an hour, which I know is petty complaint. It's not bad though, man, for your gear and your class especially. Any spot fishing for relic? Yeah, you can get them from any spot, April. Cam 4 is open, how nice. I'll be back in a minute, Minx. I'll be back in a minute. We'll duel for spot and then I'll go back to town, I guess. Anyway, let me run to the restroom. And then I think we're gonna do an hour of Scholar. It's been a little bit since I played Scholar, so maybe we'll do that. But I'll be right back. We're back. Pretty sure I'll be going back to town. You've seen my DP though, Minx. You know I don't have any DP. I killed the same guy 12 times before he left. Easy griefing. No PvP skill, so maybe it's actually fair. You think I have PvP skill? I'm on a class that I've barely played. If I was on Zerker, maybe I'd stand a chance, but like anything that isn't Zerker, or maybe Warrior, I got nothing. Never done actual PvP other than getting kicked off my spot? Oh, I see. I get kicked out a lot as well, but I always try. Just because it's fun. Fun little thing to do. You gotta reset, Mr. Elton. How am I supposed to include you in the pack if you don't reset? There he goes. He's figuring it out. Considering making an Awakening Nova, but I don't know how good she is in 1v1s for defending spots. She's really fast, right? So that's a benefit. I think all classes can 1v1, but obviously you have your few that are really, really good. So I wouldn't stress too much about that. Worst case scenario, like if you get in a duel for spot situation, you just switch to your main. A lot of people are totally cool with that. Okay, we'll try Scholar for a bit. Been a little bit. We've been really focusing on Valk lately, so see if I can remember how to play Scholar. Gosh, it just feels crazy. Main is Suck Lawn. Yeah, it's gonna be better than a Suck Lawn, right? Really have any issues when I grind to have duel for spot? Yeah, it's pretty rare. Someone fights me over a spot, I just continue with my PvE rotation and hope that I don't die from it. I think a lot of people do that, Binks, honestly. I think that's the majority of the game. Which is so funny. Isn't the greatest for defense. Yeah, I think you're in one of those unique situations, Cookie, where anything that you pick will be better than your current main for defending your spot. So I wouldn't stress it too much. Do you have any recommendations for a class that's low APM and good for grinding? Guardian is very, very good. Very good. Both specs of Guardian. Succession is a little bit higher APM than Awakening, but not by enough to like really matter. But Guardian is really good right now. Both specs. Very, very good right now. That's what I would recommend. Basically never have to fight someone for spot outside Arsha, and I only do Arsha when I'm fine with being inefficient. Yeah, it's definitely inefficient on Arsha. You get interrupted once and you've lost like tons and tons of time. My Awakening Ranger right now, it's killing my fingers, yeah. I think there's a lot of things that are less APM than Ranger, but if you want like super comfy, I'd go Guardian for sure. Or Suck Lawn is another one. It's very, very good. Low APM. Awakening Striker is another one that's good. Low APM. Plenty of good options out there. If I kill them, I could tell them I farm them like some mobs. Yeah, that's fair. You just gotta have more damage, you know? Sucklon is gonna 1v1 class. PvP is just so nice, yeah, for sure. Hello there, Mr. Ironman, how are you doing? Doing good today, Ginger. Working on finishing up the Rednose. We probably won't get everything we need today, but I think by tomorrow we should be able to have it. I don't know if I'm gonna exchange it, because then like we're either retagging, oh, tongue grinding, or we're swapping the Rednose back and forth between the tag and the main. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but we'll have to see. Love Guardian. Musa was fun, but Lawn is better on low APM behind the Guardian. Yeah. So Lawn will do more damage than Guardian, but Guardian has more like options with Suck and Awakening and stuff. Does Cup of Earth Sorrow good for doing AP brackets? It doesn't give you sheet AP, Zephyr, it only gives you hidden AP. So it won't count toward the bracket. None of that stuff will count toward the bracket. 11 hours at Roneros, only 21 pity. Place is cursed. I mean, it could always be worse, right? I guess those aren't gonna pull. Okay. Do the polys grind. Did one piece in 9 hours. Yeah, polys isn't bad at all. Also, Proddy Cave is pretty good. I wonder how Awakening Lana is nowadays. Maybe just try her out. And again, I love her style. I think she's okay. But of course is always overshadowed by Succession. And has always been overshadowed by Succession. I don't think she's too bad right now, though. It might feel bad, though, because you're used to Succession. I don't know. Hello, Wolfman. How's it going? Infinite pop places suck. I like a couple of them. I actually like Ronaros. I don't mind it at all. Didn't mind Blood Wolves. I've spent a lot of time at Blood Wolves. Here, Polly's 4 hours deep, 1 pity. Yeah, that's rough. Blood Wolves I liked, but mostly because it was great money. I like Shirokon and Blood Wolves. Can't stand Ronaros. Shirokon is the only spot that I don't like. I also really like Manshams. It's a nice place to be. I like the mobs. I like the aesthetic. Another tongue ground earring, great. Urban Step is the worst one. You don't like Gathering? It's so fast now. It's so fast now. Ours is just too spread out, slightly too tanky, as in I don't one-shot them like everything else. Interesting. There are some classes that are better about that stuff too, because they have like AP caps. There's some classes that make the one-shotting work, and then some can't. It's really interesting. Enjoyed Blood Wolves for the PvP, Ronaros for the look, and I hated Shirokon. Yep. Can gather and grind for the pieces in Narvin. The grinding for the pieces is like the most inefficient thing that you could do. It would take you more time to do that than probably both of the other pieces combined. It's really bad. Blood Wolves PvP? Yeah, Blood Wolves is popping, man. Tons of people there all the time. I've had more PvP at Blood Wolves than anywhere else in the game. Love to be able to do some PvP at Blood Wolves, but my gear is too bad. Place is packed in Arsha. Yep. It's good money now, though, so it kind of makes sense, right? Brother, how'd that not hit that guy? It's chill for you? Were you on like a weird rotation or something? It's always been like super contested. It's about as much money as Oryx, counting the infinite pop pieces. Yeah, a little bit more time investment though, but those Cactanacs are like insane right now. You were at Maine? Interesting. You play late? Oh, fair. That probably has something to do with it. Okay. Knocked me out of my attack speed, so... Another Trespasser tower. I like when they spawn towers on towers. That's really nice. Get a little glimpse of what Dekia history is going to look like. Which is just tower on tower on tower, basically. I live in Anonymous Archa. I love PvP. In some spots, I'm like 80% the guy I'm fighting is most likely my guildmate. Yeah, but you never really know, though, right? I guess you could ask, which would be funny. Another is this the third Trespasser tower on a Trespasser tower? What is happening? Is this where we get the Alton piece? Because it's Trespasser on Trespasser on Trespasser? It's not where we get the Alton piece by the look of it. Did blow balls during the 100% drop rate. It was about $1 an hour, 700 mil if you don't count pots. That's insane money. Bottles of juice. Just wish I didn't get my ancient happening super quick both times there. That's how it works though. The place that you're like wanting to get stuck is the place that you blow through. Can the event Eltons drop the compass piece? Yep, they sure can. Same with the Vodkins. The event Vodkins can as well. Now to figure out where to grind. 277, 338. Could get to 280, 340 with some diaries. I'd probably do your diaries, but you're looking at like Sakraya Abyssal or Orcs for now. Either one is good. Kertuga even. Party Cave's worst money though if I get... Isn't the worst money if I get lucky with Tungrads? Yeah, it's just like, it's a good place, man. Like nobody's ever there. It's really good for the Atanis. Drops kind of a lot of them. Had multiple like 8 to 9 Atanis hours, even with my T1 pets. Marni Rishish box there seems to be nuts. I still have to finish my Marni box for Prodi. Maybe we'll do that when we're going for like a Tungrad ring or something, but I think a belt makes more sense. Since we'll be at Gyfin anyway, a belt probably makes more sense than a ring. Can get belt from the Marni box though, or you could just do Gyfin to get belts, right? You know what I mean? Instead of like RNGing the box. Another Trespasser. I always hate looking at my gear because how dumb it looks. Is it just like mix and matched, or what do you not like about it? I'm sure it's fixable. Weapons are way stronger than anything else, but I can't sell my awakening weapon because it was free 10 Blackstar. I wouldn't sell it anyway, even if you could. It's okay that your weapons are better than everything else. That's usually what the focus is. AP is king, especially early on. You will reach a point where you need DP to do stuff, but AP makes a big difference. Fallen God weapons might come and you're gonna regret selling that Blackstar? Yeah. They'll come eventually. I don't know. Failed again, pen Blackstar, 5 taps. How many yet now, Zephyr? Over the average, I assume. Like 30 something maybe? Expect the taps to fail and you won't be disappointed. There's a good mindset. Well, I don't know about good, but 260 fail stack, 10 fails. You're not even at the average yet. I wouldn't stress it too much. The average on that stack is what, 20? 23 maybe? I wouldn't stress it. You can't go into enhancing expecting to get lucky, because then it's always going to feel bad. Expect every single enhancement I do to fail. Literally just wave as it goes. That's funny. The 303 fail stack from Pen Blackstar fails. You're raw tapping Blackstars? You must be very geared if you're raw tapping Blackstars. Some were raw tapped, some were croned. Yeah, you must be geared if you're raw tapping Blackstars, man. Expect all my enhancements to succeed, and I'm permanently disappointed. Not geared at all. Raw tapping is definitely a mistake. You only do that if you're trying to build big stacks. And even then, it's like questionable. Killed bosses in WoW for 1% drop for years, so seeing 5% enhancement, chances are right with me. Yeah, it's not actually that bad, right? What do you think about Scholar so far? I really like the class. I definitely like it. It's kind of like mid as far as grinding goes. And its PvP isn't super great right now, but I like the aesthetic and stuff. Main hand Blackstar is now try again, finally. That's 2 clicks away from pen, man. We're almost there. It's also why I might go back to Awaken Law, and I don't care if it's worse than Suck. I just like the aesthetic more. That's interesting. At least, like, you get the benefit of still being on the class that you like. And it being good. But yeah, I mean, even if it's like, it'll definitely be worse than Succession, but I don't think it's terrible. You know what I mean? I think it's doing totally fine. It's not gonna break any records, but I think it's doing just fine. Time to run Line of Morning Light until I get AP and DP from it. Good luck with the chests, man. Good luck with the chests. Also, I might... Oh, yeah. I also have Awakening Maywat tagged. She's definitely not better, but I just like her. Yeah, you only got one class that's ahead of you, right? Which is Awakening Nova. It's gonna be rough. What do we get from doing the chest? I still haven't done it. 1 DP. The DP is locked behind the chests. You also get some artisan workers for like Dobeki and stuff. Or Dobel Village and Nampo and whatever, but... What did you say about Awakening Nova? Didn't hear it? That it's the only class ahead of Suklon. And Fallen God at a 300 stack is like 0.1. Is it even 0.1? Isn't it like 0.01? 0.014? Not worth. I'm already 403. Hey, gear score is gear score, man. It's even more worth it now that you're 403 because it'll cost you so much more money to get more DP. Might actually be 0.01. I think it is 0.01. Like 0.014 or 0.017 or something. Are you able to Caphras that? The Fallen God? No. You can cron it. It's very expensive still though. It costs half as much now as it did though, because the you get a fail stack every time you fail. It literally costs half as much now. $370, it's a 0.01, yeah. That's the ultimate gear treadmill, guys. If you want something that's gonna take you a long time to get, go for Pen Fallen God. Get money to cron Pen Fallen God. Meanwhile, someone decided to sell Pen Nebraska. Yeah. The price is worth it though, you know? 1.7 trillion. That's worth it. Maybe. Like the benefit that it provides you as a player is almost nothing. Like it's 3 DP. It's meaningless. But 1.7 trillion could actually mean something. Gear a whole new class with 1.7 trillion? Yeah. It's a lot of gear. You'd get like what, 1.4 out of it or something? 1.3 maybe, but that's still like a ton of money. That's more than 700 gear score, you know what I mean? Just with that one item. If he had Merchant Ring or Scroll, I'm sure he had a Scroll. I think that's why it took so long, right? It's because he grinded out the Merchant Ring. I'm almost certain that was it. Or the guy would have sold it a long time ago. I think that's what I heard. Can't think what you need to buy to gear up more if you already hit a Pen Labresca. Well, you can go for a Pen Labresca at any point, right? It's all about having crons. This guy might be trying to chat with me, I don't know. Nope, he's gone. Okay. 721 gear score, and that's only worth 700 bill, yeah. What kind of madman wood is my point? Well, they're out there, evidently. Evidently they're out there. Might have been a very lucky click or J-hammers. Yeah, could be. Yeah, definitely went lucky on it, because, like, otherwise it's like 1,000 attempts. That's such a long time. Bresco that sold to EU, yeah. And just like pen falling god in general, that's what we're talking about. There's a vid about it. Yeah, I haven't watched the vid. I know that it exists, but I know the guy. I'm pretty sure he grinded out the merch ring before he sold it. Hey, Skipoo, doing pretty good. Second hour in. The first hour we got like kind of low on scrolls. I'm hoping to get more this hour. Otherwise, it's going to kind of drag out the rest of our pen Rednose. Might wait with copying gear on a new character until I have full pen boss, because it's 3 bill every gear I copy right now. Oh, because you have pen block stars. Yeah. That's very expensive, yep. Reddit is the guy that sold it. Leduc was the guy meant to get it. I know who was meant to get it. I know Leduc didn't get it as well. But... don't have 300 unstable fuel saved? Yeah. I'd probably just wait for pens anyway, so that you don't have to like keep re-tagging that 3 bill. So maybe it'd be a good idea to do the leveling thing you were talking about. To boost your family fame. Tag your class for a couple hours. Claim the XP, tag another one. Just level them up like that. That'd be a lot of family fame you can get doing that. What are we looking? We have 22 scrolls already on Scholar. Halfway in, so it already has almost as much scrolls as the Valk got. So just a super unlucky hour for scrolls last hour, I think. Tried Leduc rotation for Compass, got my first Vodkin on 5th day of History. Yeah, it should take you a little over 100 hours to get the Elton piece doing that rotation. It's called Desperate Rotation. I don't know why it's not called Leduc Rotation, because he came up with it. Made a video about it anyway. Just get all my characters to 61, see if I have a full pen boss. Pretty good plan. He's a returning player. They give them out for codes and stuff a lot as well, Saria. At the Heidel Ball and Calphan Balls. Try doing a pistol underwater for a ring and money. I wouldn't make your own accessories, if that's what you're thinking. If you're thinking about grinding out the rings and then enhancing them, I wouldn't do that. I would sell them and then buy whatever you wanted. Is there anyone in BDO who completed a challenge similar to yours? There is, Whiskers. Quinny Mate started an Ironman. There are some differences. but he actually has already hit 700 gear score. Quinny mate. Can we, I don't know if you're like available, Talon, to do a shout out. I guess I could do one. Here, let me get that. That is the other Iron Man. He's on Awakening Nova. He's been doing it for like a year and a half or something. So much went through my rotation and killed all the Altons. Yeah, I had that happen once as well. I think it was an archer that did it. I'm not sure. Weird stuff. It's not even desperate rotation, it's just like they're just running around the entirety of Histria. Killing Eltons or something, I don't know. Doesn't really make any sense to me, but okay. How does content creator and making a new Iron Man work? Would you need to get content creator on the new account too? I mean, you wouldn't need to, right? But you could. I think you can contact them and ask them to switch it to the new account. I'm not really sure how that works. We'll end up doing that eventually, though, when we start the next challenge, but I'm sure they'd swap it. How do you like the Awakening Valk? It's okay. It's like, I don't know. It has its issues. There's things I don't like about it, but it's not too bad. He also killed the Baltons, so clearly professional. Yeah, he knows what they drop from. Not that professional if he's doing that, though. You know what I mean? Plan on drop the challenge, keep going with this account, or just drop the account completely? I'd drop the account completely and start a new challenge. I don't think that this challenge is hard enough to kind of like fit what I was looking for. So I want something harder. And if the new account, like the new challenge, fits what I was looking for, then that one I plan to keep going with. Does your Iron Man account have some kind of special restriction, or is it self-imposed? It's self-imposed. There are no like in-game ways to restrict yourself like that. And there likely will never be. There will likely never be any kind of Iron Man mode in the game. Say the truth, Valk sucks. It's not that bad, actually. It does pretty good damage and stuff. I don't like the pull on Awakening. So I went and tried Succession, and I like the pull in Succession, but I don't like the movement in Succession. So it's like, you give up one for the other. Neither spec has both. Super Iron Man challenge, no Jatina, no free rewards, no loot scrolls. No loot scrolls would just be like an arbitrary time increase. It wouldn't be more challenging. It would just be arbitrarily more time. Loot scrolls are a staple in the game, and you get them through in-game means, so. You got an in-game account already? I have an account that's close to 700, yeah. I haven't played it in like a year or something, though. It just doesn't, like the gear treadmill doesn't interest me. I got bored of it, so I wanted something different. Concept is too niche to implement in BDO? Yeah, for sure. Way too niche. And like actual implementation will require a lot of development. and balancing, which they're not going to do. Do grind on Awakening Valk only. I like her. She needs more damage buff, but it's okay. She does insane damage. What are you talking about? Her skills, like, her clear is faster than everything else I've tried. It's just that her pull is worse. And that's why she doesn't clear as well. Her damage is insane, though. I don't think that's Valk's problem. Doing pretty good on Scholar. Do you have to play tag mandatory, like in the rules? It would be unfair if I got a tag I didn't like and just decided not to play it. That would be unfair to the concept of the random tag. So I do try to play the tags even if I don't like them. Like Corsair, we spent a chunk of time on Corsair, even though I really wasn't liking it. No pets. How many keyboards would you need from breaking the R key so much? I remember when loot scrolls didn't exist. Yeah, that was quite a long time ago. And now they're like a staple and basically mandatory. What do you like in BDO? I like grinding. I like treasure hunting. I like the different classes. I like challenging myself. In endgame at least, some friends of mine got much more trash on same spots, the same gear. Awakening Mystic, Wusa, Zerker. Well, I find Zerker hard to believe. The Zerker, like, unless it's Awakening Zerker, because Awakening Zerker is actually cracked. But Wusa is like the third best in the game. You can't compare yourself to that. That's unfair. Awakening Mystic is doing extremely well at high-end spots, like top 5 at high-end spots. Can't compare yourself to that. You can't compare yourself to the top 3 classes and then say your class is bad, you know what I mean? Because it just doesn't work like that. But Valk damage is very good, that's not its problem. It's very bursty. It maybe has a problem with sustained damage, and that's why it's not doing as well at super high-end stuff. But actual damage is very good. It just needs cooldowns or something. I have 100 plus hours loot scroll startup. I don't know if I ever get through them all. I have 800 on my main account. Back to work. Alright, XO, have a good one. Always remember, at least you aren't a Suck Drac. Suck Drac is actually decent at like Thornwood and stuff now. It's not like insanely good, but it's decent. It's not even the worst class. Which is crazy. Everywhere has its niche, you know what I mean? So I'd say Awakening Valk needs some PvE buffs. That's what PA said they want to do, bring all classes to the same level. That was never going to happen though, Dark Rider. And you did specifically say damage, you didn't say PvE. So that's what I was going off of. I don't know that it needs damage. It definitely needs like maybe some sustain and a faster pull skill. I know they nerfed the Heaven's Echo because of Echo Walk, but I think that was probably a mistake. But like, they only made a couple of classes as good as Wusa, and the rest of them are still much worse. You know what I mean? What is the worst class now then? Succession Nova, I think, is the worst class. I think Drac is still bad, but I don't think it's that near the bottom. Suck Nova is decent at Gyphins. What do you mean by decent, though? You know what I mean? He's back to kill all the Eltons. You gotta drop him with the question mark. We should have League of Legends like question mark pings in the game. That would be hilarious. Just start pinging him question marks. Suck Nova so bad. Looks good, just bad. Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. It has its niche places though, like tower spots and stuff. It can do something, but outside of that, man, and it just has like low damage, bad cooldowns. It just needs buffs. Love Suck Nova animations. Wish it was horrible. Or wish it wasn't horrible, presumably. I couldn't do it, man. Like, I tried Nova when it first came out. I couldn't even, like... I got to 56. Couldn't do it. What do I need to do exactly for Iron Morning Light? Is it the Tales or, like, side quests? It's called Tales of Adventure, I think. It's one of the adventure logs. There are guides on it that'll lead you to the chests, but there's a lot of chests. And you gotta get all the chests. Not bored or tired of Scholar yet? I don't really get bored of classes. They just kind of like are what they are. You know what I mean? For RPA, change the minion damage from having its own damage to then scale with the player. Ruin Suck Nova. Well, they made caps on it, right? They should just revert that change. It scales up to like 150 AP or something, is all. So it doesn't actually scale. Because the caps are super low. Assume I have to do the tail quest as well then. It's called... The Eyes of Adventure is what it's called. Wait. Yeah, The Eyes of Adventure, and it starts on book 5. Hobbies of the Dokebi. But you need to do the Tales of Adventure quest line. You need to do the main quest line of Land of Morning Light in order to do it. Yeah. Need to do those anyway, yeah. That's something that I'm not super looking forward to on any like future challenge that we might do. Chest hunting. Still haven't done it. I've done it twice now, technically. Just gonna power through all the quests then. The quests are the easy part. You'll have to prepare yourself. It should only take you a couple hours for the quests, and then it'll take a few more hours for the chests. Saving that for a rainy day. A day where you plan to be depressed or something. Morning, how's it going? How are we looking now? 34. It's definitely doing better than the Valk. Must have just had an unlucky hour last hour. Write that on your calendar. Be depressed and R through line of morning light. It's the it's mostly like looking up a guide to autopath and autopathing and then pressing R. It's rough. Do you think about making yourself cron meals? Can I share with you a little secret? I already have. I already have cron meals. I also have frenzies. Dun dun dun. We did that like a couple months ago. The issue, like the reason I don't run it everywhere is because I really don't like life skilling and they take kind of a long time to get. So I don't want to waste them at like mediocre places. Like the Musa that we had was over clearing main on Histria. We're doing just fine. I don't want to waste one at Histria. So I'm only using them at places where they're going to be the difference of grinding there or not grinding there. So we used them at Turos, probably going to use them at Jade. I'll definitely have to make more because we will be spending kind of a lot of time at Gyphon, stuff like that. But that's an aspect of the game I don't enjoy, and it's very time consuming, so I want to do as little of it as possible. Is this zone name? Because I am new. It's called Histria. $250, $300, yeah. Until they add Dekia, that's going to be interesting. I think people like Dekia Histria. Wait for a couple weeks so you can use the entrance, but as of now you have to find a portal in the desert. You don't actually. They added the entrance last week, so you're good. They added the entrance last week. Did you hear another Korean streamer got banned for macroing in order to show that PA bans to appease the community without big investigations? I honestly, like, I'm not super interested in that kind of drama, so I don't pay any attention to that stuff. What PA chooses to do with like bans and stuff is completely their decision. They can ban you for no reason at all, so there's no like legal repercussion for that. They get to choose who plays their game, and people can get upset about it, but like it is what it is, you know what I mean? They don't have the resources to investigate every single macroing. They just ban for it. It's probably an automated system, in fact, and they have every right to do that. $285, $365, where's that grind? Agris for silver? Agris. Probably Jade Forest. You want Agris. Generally speaking though, Giants would be good, but it's not good for Agris. You can do duoturos and upper Gyphons. Yeah, Turos isn't that good though. Upper Gyphons, I guess, is fine. What kind of macro was it? Rather than be happy than Banshai? It's just like... just some generic... He probably just set up some generic key that uses 2 keys instead of 1. Or a combination of keys. Just to test and see if they would ban him for it. And of course they did. Of course they did. I think the worst thing about it is it's kind of public. They got him banned. Well, he macroed. So... here's what it is. Actions, consequence. How close are you on the pen, Rednose? Fairly close. Before today, we needed like 225 memes and 1.2 bill, so we should be... Before today, we were like give or take 5 hours away from it, so I'm guessing we'll be 3 hours away after today, so maybe tomorrow we'll be able to get it. Wasn't a macro, he just stepped away from the camera and used a wireless keyboard. It was definitely a macro if he got banned. Wireless keyboards are not TOS, and they don't track that stuff. Getting my 1 hour daily BDO grind here. Do you just grind for an hour a day? That's just what you do? Is that all you want to do? I know people that used to, like when Star's End was big, they would grind until they got a disto and then they'd be done for the day. Even if it took like 10 minutes to get one, they'd just be done for the day. That's the thing though, it was a wireless keyboard. He must have set a macro on the wireless keyboard. And you can take his testimony, but it doesn't mean anything. Player testimony doesn't mean anything. He can say it doesn't have a macro, it's just a wireless keyboard, but that's totally irrelevant, doesn't mean anything. He showed it live. But he probably set up the key to be a macro, Seryu, to use more than 1 key at once, is what I'm telling you. It may have been on a wireless keyboard. That's not the relevant part. The relevant part is that he set up a key to do more than 1 key, and he got banned for it. So, is what it is. You know what I mean? You just grind 1 to 2 hours because I can't do more? That's fair, yeah. You guys would do 4+ hours because spawn is quite fun. It's good to find somewhere that you like. Did it on stream so people assumed he was macroing because he wanted to see if people would ban him just because people thought he was macroing. He also had another cam for the wireless cam that he showed afterwards. The wireless keyboard. But you know what? You know what I'm actually guessing happened, Cookie? Here's what actually happened and what you're not being told. Right? Is that he did an experiment to see if PA would ban people for no reason just because the public said, and then he actually set up a macro so that he would actually get banned to prove some arbitrary point that isn't real. So he actually set up a macro to actually get banned to prove a point that isn't real. That's what actually happened. That's reading between the lines. Because they wouldn't have banned him on stream if he was just like, hey guys, complain that I'm macroing and get me banned. Because they do investigate. I'm not getting any play BDO at the moment. You just don't want to play, or you can't play right now? You never know, maybe they found his previous record of using a macro even once. Yeah, at any point in his gaming career. But honestly, I'm pretty sure he just set one up and then used it. It's all guesswork, but that's likely. Can't their system literally detect if it was a macro? Yep. And they'd abandon him. Which would exactly prove his point, right? So I'm pretty sure it was a public stunt, just to attempt to put some validity into PA banning without cause. Which, by the way, they have every right to do that. That's part of the terms of service of every game that you ever play ever. But they wouldn't. And I'm sure that they didn't. I'm sure he actually just macroed. I have to say, I use macro on BDO, but I have a random timer between 30 to 40 seconds on Awakening Nova Excel buff, and I don't get banned since Nova Awakening release. That's because their system for identifying macros doesn't have like a wide range of times, but you have to be careful, DC, because they are changing the anti-cheat, and then they will be able to catch you. So I would stop. Boomiz, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. My only conclusion is that there was a macro then, and if you're fishing for bans, I would feel even more inclined to actually just ban you. I'm pretty sure that they didn't even know he was fishing for bans. I'm pretty sure it was just like an automated, he got banned because he macroed, and he used that fact to create a statement to like try and sway the public to his ideals. It's a bit like politics in that way. It's like American politics. Used to have a horse drift macro years ago? Yeah, that's sketchy. Sign code is back. Did they implement it yet? Or are they working on it still? I know it's back in like Korea or something, right? How's Valk tag going? Feeling it? It's okay. I don't mind it. I definitely wish the Awakening's pull was like faster. Like they nerfed Heaven's Echo because like Echo Walk or whatever, but it just doesn't come out very fast now, so the pull feels super slow. But the combo feels good, damage is really high, and all that stuff. I don't mind it. There's a clip of Speed Hacker and KR right after you got it applied on CN, I think. Yeah. I think it's just in KR right now, though, right? Main reason I don't think he was macroing even before is because he got unbanned after seeing a ticket. If I understand the video correctly, because it's Korean, it's a bit hard to understand even with subtitles. So what I think actually happened is that he did in fact macro. Tongue grab necklace, okay. And then the ticket that he sent was with the clip of like, hey, I was testing your banning system, please unban me. I intentionally did this on stream to test your system, and then maybe they decided to unban him after that. He is still banned? Yeah, there you go. I feel like he just macroed, man. Now most of the time on my shy, like 4 months, so I'm not that worried. Overall, get older and for sure give up Awakening Nova for something less APM. Yeah. Yeah. It's always good to like, I guess quote unquote retire on an easy class. If it comes to NA, we might be able to get some Shining Stones. We'll have speed hackers everywhere, but we might be able to get some Shinings. That's funny. Imagine it's all true and the guy is big brain enough to trick PA and wasn't even macroing. It would be a huge discovery, but it's just not true though. The likelihood of it being true is like virtually zero. Because you're also working under the assumption that PA was watching and they weren't. They don't have the resources to watch everyone like that. It's just not a thing. It's an easy solution to all those macro problems. Don't bother with other people's stuff. Don't macro yourself, and you're forever fine. Exactly. Just don't do it, man. Just don't cheat. Hugh reacted to it. Interesting. It was always a problem with sign code, right? The speed hacker stuff, so like it's apparent that it would come back. It's all pointless drama, I agree. What kind of macros are you guys talking about? Any kind of macro that uses 2 keys or 1. That's a macro. It's only an issue when it impacts the overall game state, botting and influencing the economy. But they have established that they won't allow any kind of macroing, so they have determined when it's an issue, and we unfortunately don't get to decide that, right? Because it's totally up to them. Oh, there's the hour done, actually. I just deposited my trash. We had around 15k there, I think. 47 scrolls, looking way better than the last hour. I don't know what happened last hour, just unlucky or something. So we only got like 24. Crazy unlucky. Looking a lot more appropriate this hour, though. Someone just got very angry at me at crabs, and he tried crashing you. Interesting. Love they actually take that stance. They have to, right? They have to have like a clear defined line. When tapping the tongue grads, never. I'm never gonna tap the tongue grads. We don't need them. I don't want to ruin my luck by tapping them. We're 2 for 13 on TED accessories. I don't want one of those to be a tongue grad. Do another hours at scroll time. It is currently 10:30. So I have an hour and a half. Gosh, we should probably run scrolls because I have undying stuff to do. And then I gotta do the Rednose thing. I need one more Rednose scroll. Get all the freaking tongue grads. Get out of here. Yeah, maybe we'll go run them now. You ever plan to do Dekia? No. There's no reason to do Dekia on this account. I'm only going to 700, so it's not actually very hard. Been binging the Iron Man series and decided to return to BDO. You've really inspired me to play at my own pace instead of being overwhelmed and quitting. Grind has been more fun and rewarding as well, though it feels like a different game after many years. Feels nice to return with a better mindset of the game. It's this is such a long time investment, right? So like trying to rush toward the finish line when there is no finish line is pretty rough. I'm glad that you found a way to enjoy the game again. I love this game. Like, of course we all love this game, and it has like a lot going for it. But you have to make your own fun, right? You can't like compare yourself to the people that are like have a ton of gear and all that. You gotta make your own way. You could do the other stuff first if you want to. I think that's in between where we are now and where we're gonna be, so we may as well stop in the middle, you know what I mean? That makes sense. Decade history, there's no point. Yuruto, Decade history won't give me anything that I need to get to the 700, so there's no point. What would be good fast class in Poly's Forest? Taking my Megu down there now. Should I take my Nova instead? Nova would be decent. Also, like Succession Ranger would be insane. Because the if you just spam Descending Current and sweep it across your screen, it goes nuts. Started an Ironman account, went shy. Interesting. Shy is going to be challenging early on, I think, because it's slower for squishy stuff. But it'll be better later on when you get to tankier stuff. Tried Suck Ranger and Poly before. Suck Zerker is still faster. It's definitely faster if you hold the 5 keys on Zerker, but a lot of people don't like Zerker. Problem with rangers that pets can't pick up the loot. You have to like walk through it. Your Zerker, like your pets aren't gonna keep up on Zerker either. How many scrolls we talking? That is an interesting question. Let me grab them. Got 73 uncompleted. 14 is all I have right now. Pets can't keep up with polys with Awakening Nova no matter what. Yeah, I think it's always going to be a problem, right? Shy endgame bit lock. Does she have enough sustain damage? Don't have big DPS skill at all. She was good for mid-game spots. Shy is actually the best class in the game at a place called Dekia Cyclops. And the reason why is because it's one mob that is very, very tanky. And the reason Shy is the best is because she has the best damage in the game on tankier stuff, and she lacks mobility. And has always been that way. So, very insanely good endgame. Shy, like top tier endgame. I liked your YouTube short throwing out that Devo earring. It was funny. That was the first short that Ghost made. Yeah, Ghost made it. We need Dekia Poly. That'd be funny. But you can't say class was best because she can hold one spot. How much Shy you see on Tungrad? You can say that the class is good because of how much money it makes. And a Shy makes just as much money as everybody else. You can't say it's bad just because it's not good at Tungrad. That's the same as saying you can't say it's good because it's good at one spot. You can't say it's bad because it's bad at one spot. Shy is very good. And I don't think anyone would disagree with me on that. Shy is insanely good. Want a Dekia Crescents? I want Dekia mains. Or Elvia mains at least. This was my home back in the day. I didn't want to do Sazens, so I went to mains. This was my home. Loved it here. Spent like hours and hours and hours here. So Elvia mains would be really nice. Going to history is easy right now. The gate history node is open. Yeah, super easy. Yep. Can I map out of here? Sand grain, yep. Love Schultz. I used to play, back in the day I was on a warrior, Awakened Warrior. Loved it there. One of my favorite places to be. I can play with other irons and group buff on my Shy. That is interesting. I think as long as the like the people that you're playing with don't have weird restrictions on that, then that would be really good. Hopefully you have fun with it. Is it fine if I go AFK for 5 minutes? Yeah, that's totally good. I'll have to like use the restroom and stuff anyway, so all good. If they don't do something with Medaya, they should just take it out of the game. There's no way they do that, right? Hello, Ginger. How's it going? Spot on Camophore? Okay, sounds good. Back in the day when I ran a small guild, Rogue Den was home. Help the guild mission, everyone shows up. If you're not in the guild, you die. Yeah. You'd like take over a spot on a channel. It's really cool. Don't talk about Medaya like that. Kratuga exists. Kratuga's broken. And it's the only spot in Medaya. It's Kratuga. They could just move it over, you know what I mean? It's going well. What about you? Going pretty good. Getting closer to the Rednose. By tomorrow we'll have enough of the crystals, and then We need like 1.2 bill and 225 memes or something. It's sad they butchered Katuga Marni. I never went into Katuga Marni. Regular Katuga is still like really, really good, so. Alright, let me run to the restroom, and I will be right back. Alright, we're back. I must have missed some stuff. You guys are going crazy. Katuga's home of Rednose. Carl, you mean? Wish we got Elvia Medaya. I'd be down for some Sazens or Helms like the good old days. Yeah, that'd be fun. Regular Katuga is really good if you have very fast class. Even if you don't have a very fast class, like Sork does really well there, and Sork's movement is like awful. You just have to do a different room than the main 2 room. You still get like 70k trash on something that isn't super fast, which is still really good money, like 1.2 bill. Might go and grind some Katuga, never been there. You'll need a Black Spirit Claw to get in, unless you're a sage or you have a friend with a key. Marni should just always be worse. That would be interesting. Probably should. YouTube stream freeze or just me? YouTube seems okay on my end. Showing excellent connection, no drop frames or anything. Marni should always be worse because it takes away the risk of being attackable. Yeah, that's fair. 275 AP plus, you would need to do triple room? I don't think so. There's the small 2 room, which I think would handle you just fine. Thank you. Don't go to Katuga, has a red Musa there. Not on our server. There's nobody there on NA. Grind Katuga with Mystic Awakening, best spot ever. That's super good money. I also think the Arsha should be better because 50% increased drop rate isn't that much. Yeah. Yeah, and as soon as you get like any PvP, it's immediately not worth it. So. Wouldn't even play this game if current Marni system didn't exist. Why do you think that is? AOW tweak? Why do you think that is? I don't even need to heat those, so. Can't do 3 room because 3rd room is way far? Yeah. You ready? because you hate PvP. The thing is like you'll almost never see PvP outside of Marni Realm. You almost never see it. I've been PvP'd like 3 times in the entire time I've done this challenge, last 6 months, even on stream, which should make my PvP rates a lot higher. So you are solving a problem that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? Marni Realm is the solution to a problem that doesn't actually exist. It's not real. It's all in your head. Been grinding 50 hours probably since I came back and only got flagged on once. Yep. It's quite a rare thing now. I better take these out. Is Black Shrine worth doing? Because I'm just unlocking it. It's not like super worth doing. They did increase the rewards. It's okay. It's something you probably should do since it's once a week. If anything, to just get crystals and stuff, but it's not like crazy. Like Marni Realm for enhancing? Interesting. Solved one issue, people grinding over new players. It wasn't the solution, though. That still happens. You're not getting stream sniped because you don't have that many people who hate you. We've been stream sniped twice in the account history. It's happened. But even counting those, like, PvP is so far in between. EU, NA, different probs. Played before Marni changed and I got crashed and killed every single hour. I don't know, man. Unless you're at like the one spot in the game that people are at, you know, you can always just switch channels. It's not as big of a problem as it's made out to be. We don't need a permanent take players out of the game solution. Because now the game is dead. It feels dead because nobody's in the world anymore. They're all taken out of the world because of that change. It's more that you have to fly because of people coming to your spot. If then, even, right? I see fake uni on EU, it's instant LC. It's fine. That's funny. Guess Mashai gets more use others than living in Duvenkroon and riding in a circle. How do you come to a PvP game and then want to leave because you get flagged on? Doesn't make sense to you. Some people just don't like PvP, and that's totally fair. But the solution that they've made is not... They're like solving a problem that mostly isn't real. And then sometimes when it is real, it's definitely the wrong way to solve that problem. But also, like, getting killed once an hour is not that big of a deal. And it's probably not once an hour, you know what I mean? When I experience, it doesn't really happen anymore. There's no reason for non-toxic players to run over your spot. Yep. They're disincentivized, in fact. Game feels dead. I never see anyone, any of my grind spots, nothing. Yeah. They're all just standing in town, and everybody that's grinding is in a Marni Realm. And then they'll grind for the hour in the Marni Realm, then they'll go stand in town for an hour, and then they'll go back to their Marni Realm, you know what I mean? It just makes the world feel more dead. Which is not a positive thing for the game. Gotta go now? Alright, have a good one. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Oh, I thought you were a tamer for like the longest time there, Minx, and then I was like, where's the dog? And then I looked at your icon and I was like, you're a Meiwa, duh. You said that you were tagged to a Meiwa as well. I don't know why I was thinking Tamer. I don't know how you guys don't see anyone. I never see anyone. Like, ever, basically. I never have problems. Looks like I really play a different game. You must. I don't know. I haven't been attacked in non-Arsha ever. Yeah. Even on Arsha, like, sometimes people walk through your spot, but, you know, maybe they'll kill you once, but that's all they're doing. Like, on Arsha, PvP on Arsha isn't, hey, I want to PvP you, I'm going to keep bothering you. It's, hey, I want to PvP, I'll kill you once, and then I'll leave you alone. That's most of Arsha. She's not tiny enough for a tamer. Oh, I see. She looks pretty small. Maybe I'm just large. I honestly think the game hasn't been feeling alive before the Marni change either. The only place it felt alive was Polly's on Olvia servers, and that's just horrible. Some of the further endgame spots have more players in them, but I don't know, man. They've reduced that by a lot now. Bring back the MMO in my MMO. We can't have that. That's crazy. Maybe I accidentally joined a private server where people don't Marni. No, there's even less people on the private server. So, I don't think it would feel more active then either. She's an idol, all pink, sparkly eyes. I see. Been crashed twice already at Narvin Step in an hour and a half, working on second Infinite Pot. How are you getting crashed at a gathering spot? Are you on Arsha? I don't understand. It's a gathering spot. Are you in a top tier PvP guild that just PvPs all the time, but you're the one guy that doesn't like the PvP? Are you in a guild that people hate? Because, like, you're the only person experiencing what you're experiencing. It just doesn't happen. Game is so much more solo than when I played in 2017. Yep. Way more solo. Getting crashed at Narvin is wild, because even if you are on Arsha, no one attacks you. Yeah, because they're all there to gather. You know what I mean? Suck rangers who kill mobs for wind shards. So just go around gathering the mobs that they kill. But also, there can't be that many of them that are gathering wind shards. It's such a small percentage of the game that's like at the point where they're gathering wind shards. That's crazy. Hello, Pawn. How's it going? Got switched to Lana 5 scrolls. Just use all my mates. All good. I added the rule no Marni Realm to my Ironman just for more interaction. That's interesting. Mine isn't really a rule, it's just like a personal preference kind of thing. But yeah, it's what you make of it, right? So set yourself up to have fun and go from there. Wind shards are good for horse gear, but like how many people are making horse gear out of wind shards? Certainly not enough to be killed every 45 minutes. Not enough to be killed at all, honestly. I think Marni is bad for older players, but needed for new players. Honestly, I think if BDO didn't adjust to be friendly to new players, it wouldn't be here anymore. I don't think it is friendly for new players, though, Clay. Because there's already not spot problems, so all it does is tell the new player that, hey, This is not an MMO. Everything you're going to do in this game, you're going to be completely alone. There's no reason for you to ever interact with another player. So why wouldn't they just go play some single-player game that has way better story and is way more interesting than grinding in a circle for 1,000 hours? Why would they not do that? I think it's bad for new players. Because it doesn't solve the problem that, like, the problem that it's trying to solve isn't real. There are better ways to solve that problem even if it was real. It's definitely a negative for new players. 1.2 bill for wind saddle, but there can't be so many people doing that you're getting killed every 45 minutes. Or even at all, because you could just gather what they've killed, because they're not gathering, right? I'll just assume Lon would do well at Katuga, so I might go there. Because I don't like Sakraya. You don't like Sakraya? That's crazy. Sakraya's so chill. Miss the days of holding other guilds out of grind spots and fighting over contested spots. Yeah, it was a good time. The only problematic spot could be Blood Wolves, but that's about it. And even there, it's kind of rare. Like, I did Blood Wolves though, guys. Like, we just did Blood Wolves a couple months ago, and I only had one guy come up in the entire time I was at Blood Wolves. EU's packed no matter what spot you go to. I have a hard time believing that. Because Choice just did a series in EU, and he didn't have any trouble either. Like, he sometimes had to PvP at, like, main orc rotation, but that was it. Blood Wolves, when I grinded, was always full except one day. Blood Wolves was, like, not full for me. He was like very packed, but Choice has gone through that, right? He went and did all that stuff and didn't have any trouble. So I don't know. Certainly isn't like you can't go anywhere or do anything without Marni Realm. Like it certainly isn't that. Was Choice playing a Zerker? Yeah, of course. That's his main class. Maybe he didn't include those parts. He's live streamed the whole thing. He live streamed it all, Yurito. I was there. Maybe your next challenge should be on you. It can't be though, because of the guild. One thing to not forget about Choice series though is he was playing on NA hours, not peak. Choice, the problem with that, Ghost, and the reason that I have a hard time believing that is because Choice plays for 16 hours a day. He's hitting peak EU time in 16 hours, you know what I mean? Like he has to be. Just because of how much he plays, right? Like he just plays full time, like 16 hours a day. He's got to be hitting peak or close to peak. I'm sure there's more players on EU, but I don't know if it's like the difference between can't leave your house. You know what I mean? I have a hard time believing that. I'd rather have packed servers than game feel empty. Bring back my MMO. Yeah. Make spots scarce, you know what I mean? That's part of the fun. Talking to people, usually Zerkers do not have issues, because on low end spots they can't be outgrinded. I guess just play a Zerker then. Like, I don't know. There are classes that are faster than Zerker. And Zerker is, like, not great. So, I don't know. Peak is about an hour from now on. That is exactly when Choice plays. You know what I mean? He for sure hits some of those, but not always peak versus a regular U player. That's interesting. You need to watch some EU streamers? I do watch some EU streamers. And I don't see like any issue. Hey Quinny, how's it going? Only time on Blood Wolves I didn't encounter one was literally at 2 a.m. in the week. So the only time you didn't see a single player, because like there's gonna be other people there. Metric shouldn't be if you can grind more than others, but if there are others to outgrind. I don't know. I just like, I don't think it's as big a problem as people are making it out to be. And the whole point is that the Marni Realm is not the solution for that problem. You know what I'm saying? Doing pretty good. Quinny, getting close to the Rednose now. Need, like another bill and 100 something more memes. And then I guess we'll work on the Gaiath after that, I'm not really sure. Wouldn't know how else to fix that issue. That doesn't mean that it's right to have this one. More servers for EU since there's clearly more players, maybe? Why not have server sizes that adjust based on the player base? So if the player base starts to die down, it reduces servers. If it gets too big, it adds more. Not doing anything would be even worse. I'm not saying don't do anything. I'm saying Marni Realm isn't the answer, because it takes players out of the game. Should do HP journals next, because 3k is not a lot. That is pretty low, yeah. I mean, I have 3k HP, you know what I mean? Valencia 4 to 6, there you go. You gotta get off of Valencia, man. Can't believe they're complaining about having a popular game. Give me full servers, give me GVGs for resources. Reminds me of the past. A lot of people don't like the PvP stuff though. And you can't like alienate that community either. I know the PvE community is absolutely happy to alienate the PvP community, but the PvP community does not want to alienate the PvE community. There can be both. You don't have to do either. PvP in my sandbox PvE game? Yeah. That's okay. GVGs aren't a thing anymore either. Don't you worry. How'd I get a cronstone right there? That was weird. How'd I get another cronstone? That was weird. That's why you don't see people then. A lot of guilds went there when Marni 6 was removed for season server. Yep. They went to Valencia. I was on Valencia 3 for a little bit, and I saw more people on that than Kama as well. Everyone just play on 4 to 6 and don't complain about not seeing players. Oh, got knocked down. Imagine if back in, like, the day, one country just said to another, yeah, I don't want to war with you, so no. Imagine. Imagine where we would be. Why am I just constantly walking in one direction? I'm not touching my keyboard. I'm not touching my keyboard, guys. Okay, it's fixed. My keyboard might be breaking. I was having this problem earlier as well. I think my keyboard is dying. I might need a new keyboard. I've got like a $5 Walmart keyboard. I might need a different one. Macro confirmed. Let's not jump on that bandwagon. That's weird. Yeah, I probably need a new keyboard. Too much grinding? I feel like I don't even grind that much. Might need to upgrade to an $8 keyboard. That seems like out of my price range, you know what I mean? Oh, okay, we're good. My E didn't work for a little bit there, and then it did. Do my HP journal next week because I need rift bosses. Yeah. I think there are specific ones as well, right? By the way, Quinny, did you hear about the Doran Morgrim thing where I can't do Doran Morgrim because they removed weapon reform stones, which is pretty interesting. You get all bosses within a week. Really hate time gated stuff. Yep, same. Alright, I'm out of them, I think. 99 memes. That's excellent. That puts us at 327, so we need 123 more. What do you mean Reform Stone still in the game? It isn't. It is not in the game. They have removed the ability to craft or exchange for Reform Stones. That's it, yeah, Minx. Still need to finish main quest Medaya to get the free tech Black Star? Yeah. Yep. What's up with those random crons we got? I have no idea. Got 4 crons? Couldn't tell you. The journal patch is next week, is it? Hopefully. Hopefully they make it easier. Because I simply cannot do the journal right now. I should reform stone journal as well, I think. I need my keyboard, yeah. You even got 6 crowns? I think I only got 4. Let me test. I just tried it, Yurto. And then, Talon tried to craft one. I couldn't craft one either. But I tried to exchange them with the seals and it didn't work. And he put in a ticket and said that they had been removed, right? The ticket that Talon got is in Discord in general. What is better on Drac, Awakening or Suck? Awakening is better in PvE and PvP. Normal account can still do it because you can buy ultimate reform stones. The ultimate reform stones don't work. You need grade 3. And you can't get grade 3s. I tried exchanging the seals for them and you can't get them that way, and then Talon tried to craft them and it didn't work. In the global app patch it said you could use a generalized reform stone after they remove them. Seven grade 3s or 1 ultimate. I can't get an ultimate though. I would need grade 3s to make an ultimate. You know what I mean? God, that's so dumb. I hate that. And I can't craft grade 3s or exchange for them, so we're kind of like dead in the water. Until they fix it. Normal accounts for you, it's kind of impossible. And then what happens when the supply of ultimates run out, right? Because nobody can make more grade 3s or get more grade 3s. So as soon as there's no more supply of them, then you can't. So we're right back here. Pre-orders on Ultimate is in the hundreds. Yeah, there you go. We're all already dead in the water. You're running a 2 PC streaming setup, but are also rocking a broken $5 Walmart keyboard? Yeah, the other PC has a $50 keyboard, but my gaming PC has a $5 keyboard. Because a year ago, when I did Land of Morning Light, I was doing the chests on my main account, and I broke my spacebar doing the chests at Land of Morning Light. And I just haven't replaced my keyboard. Use the other keyboard for gaming, but then I have to like unplug it and move it over, plug it in, you know what I mean? NA still has like 600 ultimate stones. They'll change the journal. I'm sure they'll have to, yeah. They'll have to do something. Alright, let's do it. Need a whale to donate for a new $5 Walmart keyboard? No, that's okay. I'll go out to the corner and hold up a sign. Accepts donations of Walmart keyboards. See how many we can stock up. Sounds like what an American would not do. Are they consumables now? Is what consumables? The keyboards? I've actually had this cheap keyboard for kind of a long time. Walmart keyboards? Kind of, I guess, yeah. I've had it for a couple of years, I just didn't use it for a little bit in there. I'll donate to the charity if you can guess how many times I had to go over another ember in the last 48 hours. They removed the method to exchange and craft to prevent the mass produce. Yeah. So there's just no way to get them now. Remember to misspell keyboard so it's believable? Yeah, I got you. And then I'll dress in like clothes that have holes in them and roll around in the dirt a little bit. I got the strat down. I got the strat. If you get 20 Walmart keyboards, you could have grinded an infinite keyboard. Interesting. I think with that, Minx, the next ones will be a little bit more spread out. Because we won't get like 11 an hour, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. What are the infinite keyboard pity pieces though? Infinite switches? Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about getting a good keyboard, but I just don't like the clicky stuff. It's hard to... Alright, we need this to just line up with a knockdown that I have. If you could just line up with a knockdown guy. I definitely used a knockdown right there. If you could just line up with a knockdown so that we're not stuck in this infinite cycle. If you could just line up, sir. Sir, if you could just do the thing for me, sir. Sir. Sir, if you could just take the L, sir. Sir, just take the L. Just take the L, sir. Sir, just take the L, please. Please just take the L. Fareed, come on. What CC? What CC is Fareed? I don't even know what CC it is. Which one? I don't even know. Don't get CC when he does his CC skill. No, you need to CC him so that he stops Now bear. So I just stop attacking. Do I just stand here? I got CC'd, guys. Don't get CC. I didn't get CC'd in that skill. I let him do it. I didn't get CC'd and he's still resetting. So clearly that's not it. You have to do enough total overall damage to him when he does his lightning AoE move. Okay, I see. I see. Thank you. You gotta let him do it. You can't just blow him up. I've never had that problem before. He's never like got locked in like that before. That's crazy. I should back attack when he does that skill. He wasn't even doing it though, because we were like taking his HP down so fast. Alright, this guy I'm just gonna power through. Last time I was able to power through his death spiral without floating him. So we're gonna try that again. We're gonna try to just blow him up before he death spirals me. See ya. My stream just switched to fake uni and I'm not very confused. That's weird. Wonder why that would be. Do you still have a Discord channel for emote recommendations? Maybe. There's stream upgrade ideas, but if you just want to hit me with it, I think I can log in and add them. Skill looks so good on this class. It definitely looks nice, yeah. Gorgon. You want stare? All right, let me see if I can figure out how to log back into that. There's no like regular stare. We have stare? Rat, I think we have rat jam as well. Yeah, we have rat jam. This one's not logged in. You gotta tell me what it's. Dedge? Do you want Dedge? Okay, should be in. Bedge. We have Bedge. You want Omega Lull? We have Omega Lull. Copium. Okay. How long is the Crow's Nest quest line? It's not super long. Can't you see the emotes? No, I can't see them now. My chat is not your chat. It's not Twitch chat. Feels strong, man. We have Feel Strong Man as well. Do you want Feel Stronger Man? I'll add that one. It shouldn't take you too long, Zuko. You just have to go out to Crow's Nest in the middle of it. But it's mostly just talking. Feels weaker, man? Is that even a thing? No. Yes. Feels weak, man, is one. There you go. Feels weak, man. Okay. We have 2,400 seals. That's not too bad. Work time. All right, Quinny. Have a good one. We got to get more emotes as well. But I have a list of stuff I want to get made, but we gotta work on that. Val 4 crowded again. I feel like you're doing this to yourself. It's the only crowded server. I don't know why that is, but it's the only one. The rest of the game is dead. Is it prime time in NA? No, it's 11:30 in the morning. Didn't you? All right, let me see if I can add that. That isn't one. There's Cornge. Oh, there it is. It's like way at the bottom. Okay. We got it. All right, let me run to the restroom, and then we'll do this Rednose scroll and see where we're at. Do some maths. Alright, we out here. Log in main so we can collect welfare. I'll try. It might need some updates though. Quick math. Yeah, quick maths. It has to patch. We'll get there. I think we need one more Rednose scroll, and then we're good. Because we'll have the 120 concentrated. So next Thursday, I'll have to decide if I want a Griffin or a Gaiath. Because I have like a bunch of... I don't think I have that many really. 27, that's not that many. We could probably just run the Gaiath, because there's a daily scroll for Gaiath. Gotta figure out what we're gonna do with the tongue grats. Maybe I'll smack the necklaces together just for the memes. $1K loyalty, you can get scroll. What would be the purpose in that? To finish it a day early, or we definitely don't need to worry about that. Alright. One more daily. That's 10% of a character expansion coupon. I can't like waste that. We don't even have all the stuff we need anyway, so we're not ready yet. I can make a scroll. That's okay. We don't have all the stuff we need anyway, so we'll be waiting either way. Obviously the necklace wouldn't be amazing to get, but Black Spirit Rage is still nice to have, even if it's the same AP as Kaposha. I would go for Pen. I wouldn't stop at Tet. If we were going to do it, I'd go for Pen, and we're not going to get Pen, you know what I mean? Alright. We got welfare. That's the wrong keyboard. Let me log out. I don't think there's any point in like stopping at a tet neck because it's like the same, you know. So if we were gonna do it, we'd go for pen, but even that doesn't make any sense. And I don't have anything to do with the earrings, so. Here's what we're gonna do with the earrings. That was like 1,000,000 silver. Easy. Easy game. Log in on the main? Yeah, I collected the welfare stuff too. Should be good. Have a little bit more money. $3,200 Caffers, basically. I think we have more as well, because we have dust. Yeah, 600 dust. We're getting there. Ouch. It kind of is what it is. It's the Ironman life, you know what I mean? Skilled 5. Am I even skilled 5 fishing? I'm gonna guess I'm not skilled 5 fishing. I'm gonna guess I'm not that. Which would mean I'd have to do some other kind of fishing. But I think doing AFK fishing would be good to get like passive memory fragments. Instead of being on dummies or whatever. I think it would make a lot of sense. And I'd have to do it on the Stork because she has the most inventory slots. Look at that, more necklace. How many Tungrad necks do I have? 3, 5, 8, 10. I have 10 necks and 11, 13 earrings and a pry. Oh, and I have a duo neck as well. That is equipped, so I can't take it out. Maybe we'll blow up some necks? I don't know. I gotta go on the warrior though. Because I was getting like Naga webfoots and stuff, so I actually just threw some AP on him. He also has my hunter's clothes. Oh, and I have a dual Voltara sitting there. Crazy. There's another Tungrad earring. I have more earrings than I know what to do with, man. These things just drop like candy. Imagine how much money that would be. Out of all of the Tungrads that we've melted or tossed. Couple bill. That's 85. Do we have anything better than 85? And I guess, does my Nader's band have anything? It has a 91. Okay, well. I guess we're doing the first one on the Valk. Our first couple on the Valk. She's she got a bunch more. Okay. There's ads coming. There's ads now, I guess. I'll wait for the ads to be over and then we'll roll. Well, like a 40 stack, probably. Ads? Yeah, there's ads. I know you can't see them, but they exist. Dun dun dun. Guess I don't need those yet. Do you get ads as a moderator? No, I don't think. I don't know though, because like Talon is also subbed, so I assume that you wouldn't, right? Surely? Surely you wouldn't? Both mods are subbed, I think. I think so, yeah. I don't know what ads are. Do you need more moderators so that you don't have to watch ads? Alright, we need to clear some inventory space. So, we YOLO the Tungrad next. I'm gonna actually use stacks for him though, why not? Okay, goodbye. What if it goes Tet? If it goes Tet, it'll ruin my Tet luck. I need to make 2 more Tet accessories, and they can't be a Tungrad neck. I mean, I guess we have to try it, but like, oh man, it's definitely gonna go Tet, right? We're 2 for 13 on Tet, it's definitely gonna go Tet, right? There's no way it doesn't? What do I got for stacks? He's got 100, maybe I'll throw some Velks in that. It's definitely gonna go Tet though, right? Or are we gonna be 2 for 14? There's no way that happens. This is like a guaranteed Tet right here. Okay, well, we're gonna grab some Valks. That's only 4 Valks. Surely I have more than that. We'll make it a 110 stack if I can. Oh yeah, plenty. I guess it'll be a 111. Grab that, and then we need a... Well, we'll get on my pillar. This is gonna annoy me so much if it goes. We don't need this. This isn't an upgrade. This is gonna annoy me so much if it ruins our Tet accessory luck. We're 2 for 13. There's no way it doesn't go, which is like really unfortunate. Alright. Here goes our Tet accessory luck down the drain. Wait, what? We're 2 for 14? Wait, what? How are we 2 for 14 on Tet accessories? How does that make sense? What? There's no way that didn't go. I'm actually confused now that that didn't go. Are we ever gonna get another Tet accessory? That's so crazy. Two for 14. That's so crazy to me. How's that even possible? I need more, I guess we'll just blow the rest of them up. Oh. Those are in Odraxia, okay. Grab those. Wife was clicking Tet Zarka to downgrade good duo for Doran, and then it went pen on 100 stack. Nice. I have 8 for 15 Tet accessories because you skip. It's not because you skip. That's some tinfoil. Alright, we'll start over. Easy duo. Easy try. Good. Okay. Well, we're gonna blow up this 40 stack. Blow up this 40 stack. Another easy try. You know what we don't have, though? You know what we don't have, though? Is another Tungrad neck. Like, we're out of them now. That's all we have. So I guess to be determined, because I just don't have another one. Well, two for 14, man. That's so crazy. I can't believe that. That's so crazy. The math ain't math in there. That's all we got, though. Never had try luck, but I have very good Tet luck. I don't have any luck when it comes to enhancing. We're unlucky on everything. You have 0 for 12 try. Yeah, that's really unlucky. Well, maybe at some point in the future we'll go for Tet Tungrad neck, I guess. I don't know. Maybe you're trying to calculate your enhancing luck the same way you're calculating Celsius backwards. No, no, no. We're not 14 for 2. We're 2 for 14, you know what I mean? We can't have 14 successes in 2 tries. That's like, it's easy to determine which one's which way because of that. That's so crazy. Really unlucky. Maybe that is lucky though. Maybe it is lucky to fail that because like the binomial probability of going 2 for 15 is like even less than going 2 for 14. So maybe we just have an even higher chance of getting the Tet on the next thing. On something that we may actually want. You know what I mean? So maybe it's secretly OP. Tinfoil hats are coming out. Binomial probability isn't tinfoil, it's just like how math works. If the probability to fail is so low, is hitting the fail not considered lucky? It is lucky, yeah. So I get, like, it depends on how you look at it, because if you wanted it, it's unlucky, but if you didn't want it, it's lucky. So I guess we got lucky on that one. Because we have increased our chance, technically speaking, of the next one going. I guess, technically. So it was, I mean, it's probably a good thing that we failed, obviously, because I didn't want the necklace. But, statistically speaking, we should now have an even higher chance of getting something that we do want. Luck resets every patch. It's not luck, though. It's math. The maths. Valk is an interesting class. I can't believe nobody's found this cat yet. The heck? That was accidental. Math don't work in BDO? It does, though. That's why biohack makes money. It's all math. That's just how math works. Okay, my keyboard's doing the thing again. My keyboard is doing the thing again, guys. Hands are off the keyboard. It's doing the thing again. It is holding Shift and W, apparently. I don't know what's happening there. It's very broken. Because, like, watch, I'll push I. I'll push I, and it's still trying to hold it. Okay. Okay. I need a new keyboard. As it turns out. It's still doing it. I don't know. I don't know why. Is it a mechanical keyboard? No. It's a $5 Walmart keyboard. So probably something stuck in the membrane down there. Sir, you need a new keyboard? I have another one of these exact ones, I think. So I could just grab the other one of the exact one that I have. Still doing it. But I can... Okay, so I can take my mouse out and it doesn't put my mouse back in. Let me open a tab and then I'll put in the type bar. It doesn't type. It doesn't type in the bar. Okay, it's fixed actually. That fixed it. That's weird. That's so weird. Remove membrane button and glue to bottom of key? That sounds like work. I do need to get like a actual keyboard. There's not a lot of them that I like. You know what I mean? I'm a desk stalker since 2015 and I've had to do a few keys. There's just nothing that I'm crazy about keyboard wise, and they're all just so expensive for what they are. Like, I don't want to pay like $200 for a freaking keyboard, you know what I mean? It's so expensive. Desk stalker reminds me of a laptop, kind of. That sounds awful. I don't know if I'd like a laptop keyboard. They're just so expensive. Why can't keyboards be like 20 bucks for something decent, you know what I mean? Instead of like $300. How much is a new Death Stalker? Let me look. Or Death Adder. Let's see what a Death Adder costs. Nope, that's a mouse. Never mind. Death Stalker keyboard. $250. I don't want to pay $250 for a keyboard. You could buy a $9 US keyboard in Asia. It's not branded though, but it's good. Ecron keyboards are relatively cheap and way better than any of the Razer stuff. When is New Character Day? New Character Day was 5 days ago. Intimate. It was last week. Oh, we got Valk. Valk. Yeah. We've been messing around on Valk the last couple of days. It's not too bad. I'll probably just grab my other cheap keyboard that I have, and then eventually I'll settle on a keyboard that I'll be willing to spend money on. I don't know. How's the grind? It's okay. It's like a little bit worse than Scholar at Histria specifically, but I'm also quite new to it, so it's not too bad. Feels fairly comfortable, so. Anyway, it is coming up on work time for me. So I am actually going to have to call it a stream there and prepare for work. Appreciate you guys hanging out. We will be back tomorrow, kind of the same thing. Hopefully we can finish up the Rednose tomorrow. We should be able to get enough memes by tomorrow. I'm going to start AFK fishing to help with the meme stuff. And I believe that we likely have enough money, because I haven't sold some of my trash, so let's maybe sell some trash to see exactly how far away we are, so that we can know for certain. That was 485 mil right there, so we need 700 mil. Should be easily doable. And then we just need like 100 memes, a little over 100 memes, and then we're good. We'll have to figure out if I actually want to like make it into the pen Rednose or not, because that's like a little complicated with tagging. So maybe I'd have to like swap it back and forth, but we have C6 sitting there, so it could be worth it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you tomorrow.